Hello everybody, how are you today? Great to see you here and welcome to episode 2 of Our Vision. Today we're checking out the Syntropic Agroforestry demonstration plot that we have here in the Bioparque Moncora in Barichara, which is right above the core of the city.
And you see, if I say right above the core of the city, I mean right above the core of the city. And you see the central park here at the bottom, and you just have to climb 6 blocks up and you're already there. Right here, that's where we are. The story of the Bioparque itself deserves its own entire video, but today we are here to talk about Syntropic Agroforestry. Syntropic Agroforestry is a set of principles to help grow functioning ecosystems as fast as possible. These ecosystems can be designed around enhancing the production of a specific crop, food, or to just regenerate the landscape. While this approach does not yield the same amount of a specific crop as conventional agriculture would, it can produce a wide variety of edible or otherwise useful products at higher quality without needing any outside fertilizers, insecticides, or other inputs. And that all while improving soil quality. But today, I do not want to focus on the actual theory of syntropic agroforestry, but on the idea behind it. What role does syntropic agroforestry play here in Barichara? Why have we decided to use it? And what do we hope its impact will be on the community? Let's figure it out. Luckily, I don't have to do this all alone, but have the help of my friends Tannia and Cecy. They escaped to Barichara from Mexico City about 2 years ago to be more connected with nature and purpose, and are now leading all the Syntropic Agroforestry projects. Hello!
Hello, my name is Tannia Falconer.
Hello, my name is Cecy, Maria Cecilia Restrepo, but you can call me Cecy.
We organize logistics and observe what's needed for the maintenance and observe what's needed for the inputs that we have to bring, organize the workshops, and organize the agenda for the mingas
And research
of the species. This place was chosen because it has a huge meaning of protecting the green spaces that are left in Barichara. So we chose this to be the first place to have a syntropic agriculture workshop, to give it a boost. So that was in April 2022.
During the last days of April last year, a group of 30 students eager to learn came together under the guidance of a great teacher, Paco, to spend 1 day learning theory and then apply the newly gained knowledge over 2 days of practice. At the end, everybody was both mentally and physically completely exhausted, but as you can see, it was worth it.
So since that original workshop in April, what has been the path of Syntropic Agroforestry in Barichara since then?
Learning, a lot of work. Not many committed people, I have to say, but there's a core team of people who have been here and in the community garden, which is the demonstrative plot.
Since that first workshop, many participants have started their own syntropic agroforestry plots, but many also have not. 3 months later, with already quite impressive growth to show in the Bioparque, we then held another workshop at the Huerta Comunitaria, the community garden, in August. This time specifically focused on food production from the get-go to make it more accessible to local farmers.
So with this second workshop that took place in the community garden, we faced some skepticism from local people. It's logical because they have much knowledge to share and they have done things in their ways. I cannot say that something's good and something's bad or wrong. There are different ways to do it, but we wanted to share this way that can bring faster results. But the only way that we saw this is it was with the results that we had like months after doing this. So some local people have some local people have really got into it, and it has been really inspiring to see that they, little by little, have been getting involved. And we are very glad to say that there are 1, 2, 3, like about 5 or more, maybe more, local people with syntropic lines in their gardens. So that is a huge step.
Through a donation from the outside, we have been able to offer access to the workshops for free to younger people to empower the next generation of local farmers. We have been able to pay for seeds and enable Paco to set up camps semi-permanently here in Barichara, helping the Syntropic Agroforestry community to grow and strengthen through regular field site visits of the newly established Syntropic offshoots. Together with this core group of former workshop participants turned active supporters, we have been able to create a schedule around maintenance and deepening our learnings.
How does a week look like? What happens? What happens?
On Monday, we usually go to Minga in private farms. On Tuesday, we come here to the biopark. On Wednesday, we study a lot about the species, the
Food
like
security.
that. On Thursday,
and with colleagues, with other colleagues, we
yeah.
get together virtually or in person to study.
Yeah. On Thursday, we go to the Huerta Comunitaria.
Community garden.
On Fridays, we try to live in our house to do the things we have to do for us.
But sometimes we also go to private.
Oh, yeah. On
Farms.
Saturday and Monday, we try to get a rest, but we can't because we are preparing the seeds, looking for input, species. Our life is focused on this thing because it's a passion for us.
So that is what we do. But why do we do this? Why do we allocate precious energy, time, and funding towards bringing Syntropic Agroforestry to Barichara?
One of the things in Syntropic is that you have food, you regenerate soil, you reforest, and
Water.
there's also and the water, but there's also a social component, a social aspect that is the spirit and the social regeneration, because this gathers people together. And in the community garden, and here we join, we have this connection, and the soil gives you that possibility to connect with, like, heart to heart.
What role do you think Syntropic Agroforestry can play in the future of Barichara? What is your aim? Where are you trying to get with this?
Food security.
Yeah, for food security, for me is
Food security and bringing back the water. With these regenerative practices, we go forward one step, but with our own habits and our own practices, we go backwards like 100 steps. So this won't be of use if we don't change our personal habits. That's basic.
And the people, for me, is very important
Connecting.
to connect people with a purpose and cause.
I think you've all noticed that Syntropic Agroforestry is so much more than just a way to quickly grow a lot of food. It's a way of looking at the world. And while we are used to seeing everything through the lens of competition, Syntropic Agroforestry looks at everything through the lens of cooperation. In the end, we're trying to create an ecosystem where different species of plants cooperate with each other to overall create conditions that suit each plant the best. And of course, I'm not saying that you should only look through the lens of cooperation. Competition does happen as well. But in our troubled communities, trust and an orientation towards the common good are probably most important things that we have to build. So, once you've seen that plants can cooperate with each other to help each other out and create good conditions for each other, making the jump to humans is not that difficult. Well, I hope you've enjoyed the second episode of Our Vision. If you want to share the gift of inspiration, send this to a friend of yours. And now I will leave you with some words by Tannia and Cecy to all of you that want to live a more regenerative life.
Just do it.
Yeah.
Go for it. Like if you feel it here, it doesn't matter. You cannot go wrong if you follow your heart. There's never a way to go wrong if you follow here. Really.
And for me, it was very important to find a way to serve to the world with humildad, with humility.
Humbleness.
Yeah, just start to doing something for the planet and see how it changed the people around me. It was like, wow, I found my purpose, serving the people, serving the planet. It's very beautiful. For me, it's very beautiful. For example, I have my past life when I was focused on earning money and to accumulate. And here I see it's not necessary. I live here in Barichara with few money, and I'm very happy. Like free from things that you have to...
From attachments and
Yeah.
from... Yeah.
It's like freedom.
Same.